Thank you for joining us. This is the final part of Sports Tonight, and if you've just joined us, you've missed quite a while. We've spoken a lot about some very crucial issues: tennis, Scrabble, and table tennis, and of course we've discussed the domestic football. Rangers, the Beach Soccer Africa Cup of Nations has also been discussed on the show. But it's time for us to introduce to you our very special guest tonight, and we're happy to have him with us, the respected senior, one-time chairman of the Lagos State Sport Writers Association of Nigeria, SWAN. Is now the chairman of the Edo State Football Association. Is gone into football administration, and because he's the chairman of Edo FA, is also a congressman.
And also a politician.
Frank Elaboya is with us on Sports Tonight. Frank Elaboya, we must commend you for what you've been able to do with the Edo State Football Association. We'll talk about that towards the end of the show, and more power to your elbow.
Thank you so much.
All right, but you are here because you are a congressman, and over the weekend, the Nigeria Football Federation had the annual General Assembly, which happens once in a year, for all stakeholders to come deliberate and chart the way forward for Nigerian football in the new year, and it happened over the weekend. But it was not just about the annual General Assembly, it was about some stories that came out of the annual General Assembly. Honourable Sports Minister Solomon Dalong made some comments, let me put it that way, and that's why we have invited a congressman to come to talk to us about some of those comments and how they want to respond to some of those issues. For the avoidance of, or to clear all that, let me just quickly give you some of those things that the minister talked about and highlight them for you. It says he felt that this wasn't the right time for us to have the annual General Assembly because of the situations in Nigeria financially. That maybe there should have been a better time. And then he talked about FIFA's $802,000 that can be accounted for by the Nigerian Football Federation. He also spoke about disunity amongst the Executive Committee of the Nigerian Football Federation as it concerns endorsement of Mr. Amaju Pinnick, NFF President, for elections into the CAF Executive Committee in March 2017. And that's why Frank Elaboya is here. He's the chairman of the NFF Communique Drafting Committee. And let's start by looking at what they came up with after the Congress, and then we'll be able to put some questions across to him to get his own side or NFF side of the story. So if we can just run through the communique, we try to put it out for you on slide, all right? I've just run through for you. This is the first one. We are commending Mr. President for the role he played, the government, in helping to resolve the issue of the Super Falcons, all right? That's the first one. And then there was also endorsement of the new boards for the Nigeria National League and the Nigeria Nationwide League. That's also one of the things that happened during the Congress. Another one has to do with align Nigerian football with FIFA Integrity Initiative, which is a good one, adopted by the Congress. And they also had the adoption of the Disciplinary and Ethics Code of the Nigerian Football Federation as proposed by the Executive Committee. They also expressed satisfaction with the explanation provided by the Executive Committee on a number of issues raised by the Minister of Youth and Sports at the opening ceremony, and submitted that the Minister was misinformed about the activities of the board. The Congress also noted that the Minister should have sought clarification from the Executive Committee of the NFF before maybe going public with some of the things he said. And about auditing the accounts of the NFF, they are audited by PricewaterhouseCoopers, internationally reputable audit firm. And then they also had clarification still on the issue of the Honourable Sports Minister for you. For the avoidance of doubt, they needed to clarify and come out with a public statement to put the minds of their sponsors and their partners at rest that there is financial probity in the football house. And they talked about focusing on the assignment of the 2018 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. And they also talked about the beach soccer, that's number 9. They elected Musa Duhu, chairman of Adamawa State Football Association, to join the NFF Executive Committee following the death of Alhaji Hussein Modibo, who passed on earlier in the year. And of course, they passed the vote of confidence on the NFF Executive Committee and endorsed Amaju Pinnick for CAF Executive Committee elections in March 2017. So, Frank Elaboya, we've seen what you were able to do, and of interest to us, those issues that the sports minister raised. Let's focus first on the FIFA money. Well, you said the Executive Committee were able to convince you that there is no cause to worry, there's probity, there's accountability, and everything is okay.
Yeah, Tony, let me start by saying that I'm not here to join issues with the sports minister. Okay? I mean, we have to respect his person, we have to respect the office. So that is, let me make that one very clear ab initio. But because you have raised these issues, let us also make some clarifications, at least for the purpose of the Nigerian public and the sponsors, okay? And if I may start from where you have just started, the issue of FIFA money.
Because that's the money part.
Yes, because anything that concerns money, people are always very anxious to know. And you know what it is in this country. When it's okay, there is lack of probity. Everybody begins to worry. And because of the passion which Nigeria follow football, you know, you can also understand why the reaction always like that. I don't think there's anywhere FIFA said there's you know, lack of probity in NFF. I think there are just some procedural issues they want to play. For instance, FIFA all over the world says they pay money to a dedicated account. Everybody knows that all over the world. It's not only Nigeria, all the affiliate countries. And we have been having that dedicated account for, you know, as long as possible. Until this year, when there's, or last year when there's a change of policy. We all know that there's a change of policy. You know, I think everybody's aware of that.
TSA.
Yeah, TSA, you know, a treasury single account. And that meant that all the agencies of government have to put their money to the central bank.